Hello, we are the August 1823 Stitchers. That's Angie.
And that's Sally, and my dog is down here somewhere being quiet, so we're not even going to say his name.
Today we are filming Flosstube episode number 23, and it is October 25th, 2024. We'd like to welcome our returning subscribers back to check us out, and any new subscribers or new viewers that we have. We'd like to thank you for coming to see us, and if you like what you see, click the subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified of when we film or upload something. Our schedule today, we've got some fully finished objects. We've got some finished objects, new starts if we have any. We have some works in progress, stash investment, and then we'll do a planned new start parade for 2025. And then we'll wrap up with a goodbye.
First of all, I'd like to say happy birthday to my sister Jill, who turned 60 today, and she has joined the rest of us sextagenarians. Congratulations on reaching the big 6-0. And I also would like to thank Sally for being such a good finisher, because otherwise I would have no finishes to show. Do you have finishes?
No, I do not.
Only because she's worked on my finishes. Ta-da! Look at the wonder whale, Jacques Clouseau. Look at him. Oh my goodness, look at that. And look how big that bag is. Yay.
It measures at 15 and a half by 15 and a half. I'm not good with seam allowances, so I always make it bigger than...
I love it, love it, love it. This is The Mighty Wonder Whale by Forrest. I always want to say Creek Embroidery. I changed the colors up, I saturated them. I didn't really change the families or anything of the color. I just went deeper in all the colors that they called for because it was too pale for me. It took me 13 months to finish it. I started it as a 6x60 start on my birthday and finished it in September at the retreat on September 4th. Whatever. Yeah, 4th was the second day. 4th was the first full day, and I finished it that day. And then Sally took it home and fully finished it. And I am so excited that I'm going to have this project bag for all my whale projects as I go along. I have another whale project planned, as you'll see in the New Start Parade, New Start / Kit Parade, and I got the next big whale project. It's bigger than this one, actually, I think. We'll see when I look at the project and I forget. And it's wonderful. I love this bag. I chose the gray, heather gray, to go with the outline of the whale. I call him Jacques Clouseau because of the mustache mouth that he has. Reminds me of the Pink Panther. And my dog's Jack, so the whale had to be Jacques. And he was going to be Jacques Cousteau, but then when I saw the mustache mouth, and I didn't really pay attention to it, so I started stitching. I was like, what? It's a mustache. And then when it was finished, I was like, that's the Pink Panther. So he became Jacques Clouseau. I had a lot of fun doing this. I really enjoyed it. I love the idea. One reason I've always loved whales is because one whale can help an Eskimo village last through the entire winter. And that's why I love having the boats around the whale and the houses on the whale, the village on the whale, because they rest on the back of a whale. I think that's just a great concept. So I love this pattern. It's only cross stitches, no back stitching, no special stitches. I left off all the Quakers that were around the whale, especially in the sky. I left those off. I shortened the plants because they went as tall as the tail and they made the houses look midget. So I shortened the plants, and I shortened the blue plant so it looked like a spout coming out of the whale's head. Spout of water, plume of water. So I love this project. I don't want to put it down. I love it, love it, love it. Sally did such a good job.
Thank you very much.
So I'm excited, but it's going to the fair, so I can't use it until it's going to come back after the fair to be in the library exhibit of all our fair projects. and I won't get it back till December 7th or 8th or whatever that first Saturday is. And you better believe that day or the next day, my next wheel project's going right in this bag, and I'm gonna get started. So it will be a new start. Next wheel project will be a new start probably this year. So it'll be a whip when I start the year. So, because I don't want to wait any longer to get that wheel project started. Been long enough. So that's one finish. And then the other fully finished, again, by Sally, is Let's Party in 1776 by Little Stitch Girl. And my brother loves patriotic things, and this starts with George carrying the flag, and Martha, and hold on, I can't remember all of them.
John Adams.
Who?
Was it Adams?
That's right. Remember I kept saying Jane Addams, and it was
John and his wife.
John and, what's John Adams' wife? It's not Jane. It's, oh, I did it again. I'm sorry, Miss Adams. I can't remember. It's not Jane, though.
I don't think she's too upset with you.
And then we have, let's see, Thomas Jefferson, Paul Revere, Betsy Ross, Armistead, James Armistead.
Oh, I thought it was Atticus Finch. It's not Atticus
no.
Finch. Wrong story.
No, this one's Benjamin Banneker.
Oh, okay.
This one is...
You mean Oh, okay.
Where's
Benjamin Franklin?
He's not on here.
Oh.
1776. Was he 17? Was he during? Yes, he was. That might be Benjamin Franklin. I don't think so, though. But Molly Pitcher, James Armistead, and Phooey. I think this is Thomas Jefferson. This guy back here is not Thomas Jefferson. I should have kept the little booklet, but I've already given the pattern away, I believe. So I cannot tell you exactly, but it's for my brother. And the back, I chose this patchwork, red, white, and blue patchwork, because to me it looked very patriotic and kind of old, you know, like a traditional fabric. So
gotcha.
This is stitched on cappuccino. I forgot to tell you, this other whale was stitched on Ariel. That was on 18 count. Wow. This was on 14 count cappuccino.
Ooh, yeah, right.
So I've had the cappuccino fabric since Sherry Hager closed her shop in whatever 2000 and something.
Yeah, it's been like 20 years, huh?
8, I don't know.
15 to 20.
I bought the bolt, and I still have some left. So every patriotic piece I get just about is done on cappuccino. So thank you, Sally, for the wonderful finishes. I can't wait to see how they do in the fair.
We're going to the regional fair.
I have 3 pieces. The other piece is Time for God.
Is that my house?
And I only have 3 this year. Normally I have 7 or 8, but these are kind of big for me. I know people don't call these big projects, but for my eyesight, these little figures where you change colors and stuff like that, even on 14 counts, a lot for my shaky fingers and my one bifocal eye. And that whale on 18 count for sure was, now I didn't start this till like February.
Right.
But anyway, those are my fully finished objects. So.
I don't have any.
You don't have any finishes?
I don't have any finishes either.
I have 2 finishes. These are more like the sizes I want to work for a while. In fact, I'm going to call 2025 the year of smalls, because I'm going to keep smalls going. I want to do at least 2 small finishes a month.
Oh, wow.
That's what I want. And I'm going to start this month. This is I Love You a Lot, Kate. Latka. And these apparently are latkes. Latkes, I looked them up to find out what in the world I was stitching.
They're like a potato.
They are potato pancakes.
Yeah.
Sometimes with like little minced onions in them. I don't know why they're bright orange in this pattern, but that's okay, because I did this one as part of the pumpkin birthday salve with Laura from Stitching by the Shore. I determined to find out how many pumpkin projects I had, or how many projects I have with pumpkin colors. This little I Love You a Lot cake has 3 orange colors in it. So that's how I got this finished, was because it's the first one I jumped on for the salve. And so I'm going to leave this with Sally. I've done another piece that says Happy Hanukkah, and I want to do both of these pieces for my sister who likes to practice Jewish rites, even though she's Christian. She goes to regular church on Sunday, but she likes having the other stuff. So I did this for her for Christmas, or for Hanukkah, as it is for her. So I want to finish them as 2 separate pieces that fit on one of those cute little easels. Flat fold? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And of course, I have to tell you, I have to show you, I looked and looked for a Hanukkah needle minder. There it is. I have a Hanukkah needle minder.
It was like an ugly sweater.
That's the only one I could find. So it's the one I bought, and I'm taking it off because I'm not giving that to Sally because I have 2 more Hanukkah projects to do.
Thank you.
Then I have this little guy. This is called Polar Bear Peak. He is not from the pumpkin birthday sow. He is from me saying, I'm going to finish this, dadgummit. And the needle minder on this one, I can't remember where I got it. But most of my needle minders, they come from Gina's Unique Boutique or Mad for Minders. Very unusual for me to get a needle minder, or if they're wooden, from PnB Making Memories. So I try to just keep to those 3 companies so I don't get lost, because there's a lot of needle minder makers out there. So this little guy, you know about me and my whales. Whoops, here he is. Isn't he adorable? Little light bulb with a whale swimming in it. I thought that was great. So keeping that one for myself too. All right. Anyway, Polar Bear Peak is by Hands On Design. This is on
16.
Shoot, I forgot to tell you the Hanukkah piece was on Ocean Sand.
Oh, okay.
By Rogue, I believe. This little guy, Polar Bear Peak, is on Polar Plunge, the fabric made specially for this series. I bought all the wood pieces, so I'm going to give Sally a wood piece when I get to the new starts. I'll hand her one of the wood pieces. This guy is for our library exhibit. I'm going to do 5 of the 6 for our library exhibit. The penguins I'm going to save for my friend who loves penguins, but the other 5, I bought this Scrabble holder. It holds Scrabble pieces, and I got the idea we could stick flat folds down in it in a line and have stagger several pieces on it. And I thought these 5 little pieces would look cute. And I think I tried it on that piece to see if the wood piece would stick inside of it, and I could. So we'll have Sally check.
And not
She's
flip
the
it over.
finisher, not me. But anyway, that was my idea. And so I'm going to do all 5 of them for our winter exhibit, because we change it seasonally. So all these Polar Plunge pieces are going to go for a winter exhibit. So, but I'm not going to wait for all 6 of them to be done before they're finished.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to hand them to Sally, and as we get them done, they'll stick in there. They'll grow as I get them done. But
she may wait till she gets a few more.
Anyway, Sally might, but I'm not. I'm going to keep on going. I had all 6 pieces already cut out of that fabric.
Yeah,
so
because I cut it for you.
and when I get it done, it goes out of my hands because I don't want to deal with it. So there's my 2 finishes.
Okay.
So now we're on to
new starts. You got any new starts?
Do you?
No. I've been crocheting.
This is usually what happens with Sally. Normally, I sit here and go, nope, nope.
I've been crocheting.
But this time, it's my turn. So.
But I wasn't at a point where I could show, so.
Pumpkin sow. I won this pattern and a few others from Stitching with the Housewives. Right here, it's called Pumpkin Seeds. I can't tell if you can see it or not.
Here, let me do this.
Okay, I won it, and it's called Pumpkin Seeds from Stitching with the Housewives. I got the DMC for it. I don't do classic Colorworks. I did the DMC, and it is on. Did I write on either of those pieces? I doubt I did.
Didn't look it.
Blueberry.
Is that blueberry?
I believe this is blueberry.
It looks like blueberry.
This is blueberry fiber in a Whim. And I love the gingham pumpkin. And I chose to do it for the pumpkin birthday sow. And I've been waiting for a chance to work on this. And when she announced this, I thought, this is the first one I thought of, thinking, well, it's a pumpkin. And I've been wanting to do it, and I love this little guy right here, the scarecrow on the pumpkin. I don't do Halloween a whole lot, but I do like fall.
Yes.
And we had scarecrows. Didn't do any good, but we had them.
Probably full pop pans would
The
be better.
BB guns what worked. Frankly, that's what we did.
My father would
BB
put
gun.
full pans at the end of the row.
Well, that would make us go crazy, the foil pans. Plus, the farm animals might not have liked it either, so we just didn't. We used the BB guns.
We just had a dog.
That's one thing my sister and I, we love getting a 22 out and going after the starlings. That's what the birds we had that were such a problem. But anyway, why did I take that off? I'm still working on this. Anyway, I'm losing my mind. I've done one color of the orange, and now I'm going back in the lighter color of the orange, and next it'll be like a white 3865. That'll bring out the gingham part. I'm not going to do the whole pattern. I'm not doing this row of, am I upside down?
No, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not doing that little row of pumpkins at the bottom, and I'm not doing
the words at the top.
I'm doing pumpkin seeds.
Okay.
But I'm not doing whatever that says above pumpkin seeds.
Fairy tale.
I don't know what fairy tale has to do with
pumpkin
it. So
seeds, I don't know.
anyway, I'm taking out the word fairy tale and the lines that are beside pumpkin, and I'm just going to do the rest of it. So now I need this. Yeah, I lost my needle. Took out my needle and my
I saw your needle there.
I'm like, what in the world? Where is my needle?
I saw it on the side.
Oh, there. It's on.
I was gonna say it was
right with
attached to
the
one of your
needs to be
magnets.
with. Okay, so I need to put him back before I forget.
You need a bag for that.
I am mindless. Well, I thought I'd be done with it sooner than I was. I didn't realize how intensive the stitching was. So
you obviously didn't look
and
at
you
that
know
plaid.
I just had to buy bags. You know, you just found
That's
the
right.
bags. So
Yes.
anyway, right now I've just been keeping the threads. Well, I don't even have them on a key ring. That's how excited I was about starting it. I didn't put it on floss drops, nothing.
Well, you
I've
got
just
floss
been.
drops.
Oh, I got them on floss drops, not on a key ring. And I've been sticking them in the page protector with the pattern. Oh, Sally, help me here. I'm sure that Graceless.
It's because your needle was.
That should have been my name. I always told Dad he should have just made my middle name Graceless. That or Moses. He called me Moses a lot because I was slow getting things done.
Moses wasn't.
And now I'm even more Moses. You know the phrase, slow as Moses? Oh, it's an Appalachian saying.
Today is the first day I've ever heard that.
Slow as Moses. That's what I want to keep this one out because I'm going to be working on it.
Okay. Any other new starts?
One more new start that I'm also going to be working on. I'm so excited about this one. I've been waiting all year to start it. And I was waiting for next year to start it. I was going to do, I can't wait. So, I'm doing.
Oh. Is there a cover page?
Yes, there is. It's in behind one side or the other, the cover page is. So, the fabric I'm using, I can tell you, is Rogue, and it's called Frieze, Frieze. Got it from Barefoot Needlearts. And I didn't cut all the pieces because I got tired and I don't have enough Rogue. I'm going to have to get more Rogue or I'm going to have to find another color to use. So, anyway.
You must have the page because all I got is pattern.
It's actually a picture of 10 in a row. That might be the only, that might be the only thing.
That would be the one for.
It's a Soda Stitch, and Soda Stitch, their patterns don't have like a model picture. So
here, we'll hold it way back here.
You can't tell the pattern's not big. It might have lines on it, but you can't stitch from that.
No, we hope not.
Screenshot of that. So anyway, this one is on keychain because, oh my gosh,
it's a lot
look
of
at
colors.
that colors. Aren't they bright and colorful though?
Yeah, Soda Stitch is known for her colors.
Is the it's in here. I hadn't got it out yet. I was like, where's my stitch?
Yeah.
I'm doing them little Indians at a time. There's a couple where I'm going to do the pairs together, but mostly I'm doing one little Indian at a time, so I'll have 8 instead of 10 Indians for our library display for November, because I started this on Indigenous Peoples Month, no, Indigenous Peoples Day, which is also Columbus Day. And I've been wanting to do, I bought 10 Little Indians when I bought Super Mario. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to start it, but I wouldn't let myself do it until I finished the 6x60, and I did with the whale. So here's a start of the little Indian boy that's going to be roasting a marshmallow over campfire. Look at his little face. It doesn't even have back stitching yet. Look how cute it is. I love it. And that needle minder I got at the retreat.
Yeah, the Privies retreat.
The only stitching retreat I've ever been to outside of EGA.
Mm-hmm.
And I had such fun at that stitching and camping retreat. And I wanted to go again, but she's changing it. See, I liked it being midweek. And she's changed it now to where they're going to be on the weekends. And so missing Sundays is not the people I go with. They go to church. I just watch online.
I do a little bit of both.
But I can't go because I have to go with someone who has a car. And I want to be with my friends. So they're not going, so I'm not going. But anyway, this one is going to be finished hopefully before November 1st, because I want to...
That's Friday.
Have it at least ready. Even if it doesn't get fully finished, I could have it, you know, the stitch displayed for November for, that's American Indian Month, but now it's called
Indigenous people.
Indigenous, yeah. It was American Indian, then it was Native American, and now it's Indigenous Peoples Month. But I'd like to see that displayed, even if it's not fully finished, in our library exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the end of my new starts.
All right, how many whips you got?
One,
a buttload.
2, 3.
I have 1.
4.
I have 1. You do 2. I'll do mine, and then you do your other 2.
I've been stitching like crazy because I don't have pneumonia anymore, or COVID, or any of that stuff.
Yeah, I never had those, and I'm still not stitching.
Came back from the retreat. For those of you who are new to us, and most of you who are new to us were at the retreat. Mm-hmm. Thank you, because we gained like 20 subscribers after that retreat. That was wonderful. Anyway, 12 of 38 of us had COVID. I got rid of the COVID pretty quickly. And I was like healthy and energetic, and I stitched for 3 days. And then I woke up the next day with a fever and coughing my head off. And the doctor kept saying, cough syrup, cough syrup, cough syrup. And after a bottle and a half of cough syrup, because I kept calling back and said, are you sure I should still be just doing cough syrup? Because I've never drunk that much cough syrup in my life at one disease thing. So I finally called my ENT and said, maybe it's my asthma. That's why I'm coughing so much. Maybe it's my asthma. So they made me come right in. And I had bronchial pneumonia with a left ear infection and an asthma issue. They're changing my asthma medicine. And they made me go see a pulmonologist the very next day. And who I have to see from now on for my asthma related things. And so anyway, I got better. They put me on Levaquin, amazing antibiotic. They said it was the strongest one, but they wanted me to go in the hospital. They gave me a steroid shot and a breathing treatment, and then put me on my nebulizer, which I have one. Made me start using my nebulizer again every day. Anyway, they wanted to send me to the hospital, and I said, no, that's like a bad word. So they gave me the strongest antibiotic that he could give me outside of a hospital. That Levaquin, boom, 3 days later, I felt so much better. By 5 days, I could breathe without wheezing and whistling. I was wheezing through my mouth and whistling through my nose. It was so bad. And my ear infection was better. Levaquin, I learned that's the way to go. But anyway, I got better, and that's why I've been stitching like crazy. And I'm so happy about that, because I wasn't stitching for like weeks, except for the whale and that pillow. That's all I've been stitching on, and that's not me. So anyway, I have Sabbath stitching, and for that one I do this thing.
His name is Jesus.
His name is Jesus from Joyful Expressions. And they got 2 more like this. Did you see that in the email? They've got the Holy Spirit one and Jehovah.
The Trinity.
And yeah, So they're just like this one, but I'm so far from getting this one done, as you'll see. Because I've only been working on it on weird Sundays. And again, this was only worked on one time, one Sunday. And I got that long yellow band is the word his. Yeah, that's all I did in that one day. And you'll see the sideways needle winder says Jesus, reason for the season. And so there's where I am. And
your needles on
I'm
the back.
far from, yeah, so I keep them that way. Far from getting that one finished. So that's one of my whips that you're probably not going to see for a while, and you'll find out why in a little bit. Okay, and now I can't.
I'll help. You go with the next one.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible. This is why. This is the Autumn Bell Pull by Stoney Creek. And I'm amazed that this is a Stoney Creek because there's very little back stitching. Even the vines are cross stitched. There's like 2 lines of back stitching. The only thing that's back stitched is the saying to the right, which is why this has become my new Sabbath stitch. I've got the bell pull pieces that I already went on it from PnB Making Memories.
Sorry for the zips.
And this is from 2006. Not my project, but this pattern first came out in 2006, and it's actually called Autumn Bell Pull 1. When it first came out, it was just Autumn Bell Pull because it was the only Autumn Bell Pull. But then people wanted one that wasn't religious. So now they've got Autumn Bell Pull 2, and the saying is not religious. For instance, the A that I'm doing right now, I'm just going to read the A to you, says, always around, God's love to be found. And people didn't really like that, the sayings on there. So now they have Autumn Bell Pull 2 for those people who don't want the religious one. But look at how beautiful that is. And did you see how beautiful it really looks on this? I mean, this is not because of my stitching. This is because of the pattern. The problem is, the reason it's so beautiful, 5 oranges, 5 purples, 7 greens on that little vine. That little green drove me crazy. It took me like days just to do that vine that's going all over the place.
Stoney Creek.
Because it was like 1 stitch here, 12 other stitches later, do another stitch. I started the purple grapes underneath the pumpkin, and I've done the darkest color of purple, and now I'm on the second darkest color of purple, and there are 5. And that A still isn't done. There's a curlicue at the end of it, so I did like 3 strands in one day of that, 3 36-inch strands that fold over to 18-inch. That's a lot of brown, and I still didn't finish the A. It's forever. It's a big one. Oh, I can't fit that in there. What am I doing?
I have no idea.
Anyway.
Let's put your pattern back in.
That's another whip.
And here's that one.
Okay.
All right.
What you doing?
The only whip I worked on, stitching wise, is Happy Camper. I have
This one.
the dogs in the canoe. I have the fire, and then I moved up to a little bit of the border. So here is my progress. Not a lot, but there's the whole thing. All right, so yeah, the border. I'm using the called for DMCs, and it's a green fabric.
There it is. I couldn't find that.
Is all I can tell you. It's a Celadon green 14 count Ada, and that's it.
I almost didn't show this one because I've had very little progress. I've been carrying it to the doctor's office. If I carry it, they take me in immediately. If I don't carry it with me and I have nothing to do,
It takes forever.
I sit there forever. So I've been carrying it, and here it is. Everyone likes to see this one. I hear about it all the time. And it's by Soda Stitch.
No,
Choco
Coco.
Coco Stitch. Right there, Choco Coco. And I've been working, I started working on the blue. Did a little bit of his hand over there. I really didn't get very much, but it's such a big hit on the, you know, people want to see it. So I went ahead and brought it out. Not very much. I love the little needle minder I found of him, because that's almost exactly what it's going to look like, just very big. So, Choco Coco stitch on Etsy. Do you have another one?
Mm-mm. You got one
I
more.
thought you had two.
No, I have one.
Oh.
Because I did some finishing.
I'm not
Some
going-
fully finishing.
Actually not going to be working on Super Mario for a little bit because I'm in the pumpkin birthday Sal mode.
Gotcha.
So, all right. So, I'm going to need help with this one because I'm getting it off this little thing. I bought this fancy little Q-snap stand that everybody seemed to be using. Well, not everybody, but Patty Stitches was using it, and several people had. It's got a little pink hook over there, and it stands up, and I can't get the Q-snaps off of it, and it's not holding the
Fabric
tight enough. I'm constantly, anyway,
Flipping it, you're
I'm
constantly
going to
tightening.
be working on this, but I'm changing to regular Q-snaps. I'm getting rid of this thing. But I started the pumpkin for the fall, and this is another favorite that people like on Facebook. They want to know how it's doing. I finished the spring hexagon. I had to fix this hexagon. Apparently I was one line too high, so I had to frog that, restitch it, get that white square done, and then started working on the pumpkin. And I did pretty quickly, but I just didn't work. I've been hopping all over because I have so many. The needle's not staying where it needs to stay. The needle minder on this one is an EGA needle minder from one of my retreats.
Is it the one
It's
with the
so
rocking
small
chair?
I can't see what it says.
Yeah, that's the one with the rocking chair.
Yeah, I
I don't
like
have any
it,
light.
but
It says,
reconnecting.
yeah,
Is that the
reconnecting on the
one?
ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
First one,
But
in
it's
person we had after COVID.
small, I can't see it, but it's a magnet. It works.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it going to look like? You might ask, because I didn't show you that, did I?
No, it's a tiny modernist.
Is this it? Yes, this is it. It's by Tiny Modernist, which is, it's quickly becoming one of my
I
favorite.
like tiny modernist.
Is my favorite, honestly. We do so many. We did Ocean Pearl.
Yep.
That one's actually finished.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave it away
to-
as a
yeah.
wall hanging for two little girls who love ocean animals to hang on their wall. And we did it as a wall hanging because I didn't want to give them a glass frame or wood frame that would, you know, they're 7-year-olds and they pretty, what do you call it?
They're rambunctious.
Yes, they're very rambunctious. And here it is. This is the
Yeah,
one that
that's
has
the
the
one that has
picture
all
on
the
it.
pictures on it.
Because it was a 6-part sow.
Mm-hmm.
This is my second oldest whip. And so I've determined I'm going to work on it, you know, as the seasons go by. So I started the pumpkin. And there's little pumpkins to the, I guess it's your right, to your left. I don't know where it is.
Pumpkins
But
are over
that's
here.
the fall one. Yeah, it's below the spring.
Mm-hmm.
It's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's below the spring.
I
thing.
showed mine in our first
Yeah,
video.
Sally finished hers in 2020.
Well, it was during COVID, and I was, you know, right there in front of my computer.
That's the first like full coverage type thing I've done. That's biggest, you know, where that hexagon was full coverage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tend to do that kind of stuff, but I love
That
it.
was the
It's
first time I
beautiful,
ever did it.
and a lot of people want to see it. So that's
Well,
the end of my whips.
And the thing about that full coverage, though, is it's not as fiddly as some of the other full coverages. Okay, so the next thing we have on our list is stash investment. Do you have any of that?
What to do with it? I had it on the table.
I don't know what you do with it. You said
There it is.
You said that a lot of it was with your own.
Yeah, you're not gonna see a lot of it right now because a lot of mine's with my kits
Oh,
already.
yours is stash investment at Happy
Right.
Mail.
Yeah, is
You
this
have
Happy Mail? Yeah.
I'd call it Happy
Stitchy
Mail.
Kindness,
Stitchy
whatever.
Kindness, yes.
I have one, Mr. Penn. When you order from Mr. Penn,
You get mustache
you get a
stick.
mustache sticker or cutout. And a lot of things I get from Amazon now that are stitchy related, like my mesh bags and my key rings and my acrylic things come from Mr. Penn now. And so I have a lot of these mustaches. The cutouts I threw away because I want stickers I'll keep for the planner. Cutouts are just paper that I don't need. And the stitchy kindness I got was I met a lady from Elgin. She's with the Elgin Stitchers. They meet at the library on odd Tuesdays. Not so much like first and third. It's whenever they can work their schedules in, when they most of them will be there. And her name was Sherry. I don't want to say her last name because I didn't ask her about that. But she is the sweetest thing. And she also went to the camping and stitching retreat. So I got to spend even more time with her.
because she saved her seats at the
And
table.
she likes to make scissors fobs or project fobs or whatever they call them. And so she asked me
Zipper
my favorite colors, which is blue. And she knew that I like sea turtles. Look at that beautiful, beautiful charm. So I got my little scissors fob. And as soon as my whale comes back, this is going on a whale project bag.
That'd be nice.
So I think that'll be perfect. I love it, love it, love it, Sherry. Thank you so much. And Sally, she has a lot to show you with Stash Investment. She's probably going to speak for a while today.
No. Last Friday, we went down to Barefoot Needlearts. And I got a couple of patterns. I got Mr. and Mrs. Margarita from Dirty Annie's, I think. Yeah, Dirty Annie's. I got one of the new pumpkins. It's a beachy pumpkin from, it's called Sea Thankful by Barefoot Needlearts. I think Amy designed it. These cats in the round, they were just cute.
Who makes that?
This is by Una Buena Piezza, cross stitch pattern.
Okay.
So there it is. I'll bring it up closer so you can see that. And then of course, I picked up some overdyed threads to go with the pumpkin, and I've got a couple of things on order because they didn't have all the colors. Of course, I like that they give you a little. You can, for $2 you can get a 5x5 piece of their hand dyed. Amy hand dyes fabric now, and then the thread drops were cute. I know they're with a 3D printer. These are South Carolina, the state of South Carolina shape, and then these have a cat on them, and they're purple. And then I'm terrible about. I got a needle minder. Not that I need one because I have 2 tins full of needle minders, but I got the one with the toes on it. Yeah, see, there's 10 drops to a 2-inch ring and 20 stickers. 10 drops. So that's my stash investment.
And I bought stuff, but it's like I said, it's going to be in the kit parade.
Yeah, oh yeah, I had plenty of stuff in mine's already kitted up. I didn't have to really buy anything when we were there. All right, speaking of.
Because since we're doing 25 and 25, I had to get a lot of, and I want a year small, so I had all these patterns mostly. 99% of them, I believe, if not all of them, I had already. I just had never kitted them up. And Sally wanted to show new starts, but I didn't have anything but the pattern, and I didn't want to show it if I didn't have the investment in it. So I went ahead and made sure I had the fabric and the threads, and that's all I've done for 2 weeks. There's a mess in the chair behind here. You can probably see some fabric laying back there in that chair. And,
hello.
And so.
Well, and you wanted to get down to Barefoot Needlearts, so that's why we're filming a little bit later too. Because usually we try every 2 weeks, but
I needed 2 pieces of fabric for 2 kits that there was just no way I had a piece that was suitable for what I wanted. So unless it was bigger.
All right, so now we're gonna start our
new kit.
Yes, our plan is to do. Well, Angie's doing not more than 25 and 25. And I'm doing not more than 25 and 25 plus 1 because I turn 60 next year. And so I have a big project for that. And I will show you that one a little bit later. But I'm going to start and how many new starts you planning on? I have 12.
I think I have like 25.
Because I did 13.
I think I might, because there are smalls, and I'm just going to keep going boom, boom, boom with them. Mine not more than 25. It's not more than 25 at a time.
At a time.
So I will have more
okay.
than 25 because I'm doing smalls. I'm planning on 2 a month if I can keep up with that and I can stay healthy.
But not more than, I see how you're doing that one.
So that's 24 new starts.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm planning on working on 13 whips plus and then technically 13 new starts. Unless I start one before at Christmas time. But the first one I'm going to go over is a Carolyn Manning called Bohemian Bliss. And I had this piece of 18 count yellow. It's called Light Lemon. And I ordered it off of Amazon. So here it is.
Have you felt it to see if it's stiff or what?
Well, I used I had another piece that I'm using for something else, and it worked fine.
Okay.
And as you can tell, I have not floss dropped mine. But I got a label on my bag.
The first few you see, I haven't floss dropped, but a lot of them I have. That's what I've been doing.
So why don't you do 2 to my 1, and we should be good.
All right. Well, the first one I'm going to show you, I don't have the fabric cut for it yet because we just changed it like right before we started the show. This is by Little Apple Stitchery. I just bought them like in August or something. My niece has a business called Anything's Popsicle. And she's the ice cream man in her little ice cream truck. And I'm going to do these one at a time. I especially like the yellow one, but I think I'm going to do the yellow one in like a lime green color. And I'm just going to do them one at a time and make them little pillows or something like that.
Her finisher will make them little pillows.
Right.
Or something like that.
I don't have the fabric yet. I pulled the threads, but I don't like them.
They're too dull for you.
Too pale. So I'm going to be getting lime green from somewhere. And I have plenty of fabric I could do lime green on. I got purple and that'll look good.
Oh yeah, that would. So, that would look real good against that.
So that's my first one. But it won't be started till like the summer probably. Because it's popsicles. I don't think I'll feel like doing popsicles for a while.
I'm planning on putting mine on a little tiny decisions wheel.
Oh.
And start 1 a month.
I'm doing it as I feel it. Because I would spin the wheel and go, nope, nope, nope.
No, I planned just like with my lifestyle change, with my diet, my eating habits. I plan to stick to it.
Like the pumpkin birthday salad just threw me off this year. Laura didn't plan on doing all these orange things with pumpkins and stuff. But I thought, I don't know, for some reason you enabled me. And suddenly I'm like, digging all through this stuff, finding my pumpkin and my orange colors. So, these are the bags that I got, and I thought they were a lot bigger. Like my normal bags are a lot bigger, but these will work for. They will hold an 8.5 by 11 in a page protector easily, and it also will hold a small Q-snap. So I still have 2, 3 that are not used so far. We'll see how long that lasts. But I'm going to put these right here because I don't want to put those on the floor. Okay, so here's my next new start. When I finish the pumpkin or the little Indian, I'm starting this one. This is also from Little Apple Stitchery. And they have so many cute little patterns. So you need to go see Little Apple Stitchery on Etsy. And their patterns are like a couple of dollars. They're really reasonable prices. So this is, what do they call him? Pilgrim Turkey. Isn't he cute? I just love him. And you still need to cut the fabric. But I'm doing it on 16 count Latte Ada from Fiber and Whim. Fiber and Whim is my second second favorite. I like Rogue first, and then Fiber on a Whim. And this is 16 count latte. So I think he'll look good on that brown.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
you
2.
who don't like brown fabric.
Normally, I don't. For some reason, if they're named after coffee, I like them. Latte, cappuccino.
I gotcha. All right, well, one of mine starts will be the alphabet sampler by Birds of a Feather. Let me take that out of the plastic. I usually don't, but here we go. Birds of a Feather. I plan to stitch it on a 32 count Vintage Country Mocha linen that I got from Lindy Stitches. I'm not taking that one out of the bag. And I'm using the called for Week Style Works. It's only 3 colors. It's 4 skeins because you need 2 capers. But it's capers, onyx, and, or I should say caper, onyx, and putty. So it's going to be very blah. But it goes with the, it goes with the mood. See? Okay. Again, when that pops up on the wheel, I'll start it.
Huh. Well, for Valentine's Day, from Little Apple Stitchery, this is the last one I got from Little Apple Stitchery for right now, I wanted to do Tickle Pink. I'm going to leave off the words, though. I'm just going to do the flamingos. And I'm going to use the fabric, or excuse me, the floss. Just got this in this week, so I haven't put them on floss drops yet. And
Where'd that come from?
Little Apple Stitchery.
They sent you the floss too?
No, this is what I sent, part of what I sent to you.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I gotcha.
I just have it labeled here so that if it falls out, because right now I didn't have it in a bag. I just had it in these things.
Gotcha.
I was afraid it would fall out, so I have it in the little Ziploc baggie to make sure if it does get separated, it's labeled. Oh, and I'm doing it on blush. It's a pink. It's a stiff pink that I believe it's Charles Craft. But it's just big. It's big enough I can do the flamingos. So that's the last one from Little Apple Stitchery, but I'm not doing it. I'm doing it for Valentine's Day for our library exhibit. Because we don't have too much Valentine's Day either.
No,
in our,
we have the February that you did, the Lizzie Kate February.
that's the only thing we've got in there. So I don't,
Next. That was
this
just one,
one,
right? Oh, that's pretty.
it's actually several. It's going to be several pieces, and I haven't cut the fabric for all of it yet. But remember, I'm doing these vignettes from Happy Camper. I already did the squirrels on a box for our gift exchange, and I'm going to do the canoe is a separate one. The campfire with the animals is a separate one, and the bears. Well, the bear I'm going to do on this fabric, and I'm changing the color of the tent from green to taupe or some sort of brown, because our tents were always like a taupe.
Oh yeah.
And I love this green, which is Honeydew Spritz from Rogue, of course, because that's my most favorite. And then I'm using Oxygen for the canoe, and the campfire one, I believe I'm going to use that latte, brown Ada.
Oh, that's just a long piece.
Yeah, that's just the Honeydew Spritz.
Oh, okay.
That I thought was so pretty. I just got it because it was a Rogue. And I don't tend to like green, but I like that Honeydew Spritz. That's almost what I use for Watermelon Crawl.
I got you. So that was 2,
Almost.
right? Those 2.
That was 1, 2, 3 more.
No, I mean, so it's my
Oh, that
turn.
was 2 showing, yes.
Yeah. All right, so I plan to start grandmother's house, and it's fully kitted. It came kitted. It's kitted with 28 count Lugana, which that's my favorite. Although, yeah, that's Lugana, and it's carded, and it's a Told in the Garden pattern, and it's just beautiful. So I'm just going to use the kit fabric and the kit thread.
I have 2 in this package, and they're both from Velvet Mudpuppy. And Velvet Mudpuppy, you can buy she had a sale, a one-day sale where you could buy access to every pattern she has, little ones and smalls, and humongous ones.
All sizes.
I meant humongous ones. And like Sally liked the tiger, and it's the bigger one. I had Sally kindly printed the two that I wanted to consider doing. The first one is the sea turtle, and I'm going to do him on light blue. I hope that's going to work. We'll find out. If not, anyway, we got to cut that fabric.
We'll be restart.
And
like
they're only like 5 by 4.5, so
yeah, they're small.
They're smalls. And the other one in that package was the clownfish. I'll probably do the clownfish first. And I'm doing that one on, well, I thought about doing a turtle on this one too, but I think there's too close to the blues that are used. 16 count oxygen. That's what I'm doing it on. I've been throwing those projects down there, and that's the ones I needed to get fabric cut. So
well, we'll go through it later.
Okay.
So and that's it for you're using oxygen for your
right,
one of your vignettes.
Yes, that's why I said I need to take it from other projects that are being used. So,
but that was one bag, right?
Oops.
Oh yeah, it needs to go on the floor.
Needs to go there.
Or there. Okay.
This is where I'm pulling them from. Oops. Okay. And
if you notice, we're in a different filming direction here.
Yeah, we're still in my apartment, but I got this cute little kitchen table, and we could just turn around for right now. Allegedly, I'm going to be moving to a handicapped apartment, so
we'll see.
It will change once again if that happens.
True.
All right, so this is what I call the Brooks Books package. There are 26 animals in here, and the Animal Advent patterns, like I said, there are 26, are free on Brooks Books website. And these are mostly just Odette Owl's threads, but there's a couple there from the Duncan Dog and Fitzwilliam Frog. But I'm going to start with Odette Owl because I actually had all the threads in one. The other threads for the other two are spread in, the other projects. So anyway, I'm going to do her. Odette Owl looks like this. I don't have color copies.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's Odette Owl. See how cute she is just on black and white. Imagine what she's going to be in color. And I'm doing her on Stitched by Tatiana's hand-dyed fabric. Tatiana's in Poland. And I ordered this from Poland, and I got it faster than I have any other fabric I've ordered in the United States. What's that say for you? And the shipping was actually cheaper than some of the places I get it from in the United States. So I was amazed. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And Odette Owl's going on that one. And then I already have the fabric picked for Duncan Dog. So I'll do Odette Owl first. And when I finish her, I'll do Duncan Dog. Right there. Isn't he cute? Little black Scotty. And I'm doing him on, I believe it's oxygen.
It says 16 count blue.
Right. Well, I had a friend helping me cut, and she wasn't keeping the tags with the fabric.
Oh.
So I just had to say blue. I might find out later what it is, but I think it's oxygen. I think.
That looks great.
And this one does?
No, the next one.
This next one is, I believe, a mystery purple.
Yeah, it does look purple.
Yeah, it's a mystery. And this one I think I don't have the label for anyway when she cut it off there. I think I've had this little purple for a long time. And this is for Fitzwilliam Frog.
Frog.
Yeah, the same niece that has Anything's Popsicle Truck also loves frogs. She and her daughter love frogs, so I figured I'd do him as an ornament for them one next year. And I'm using it mystery purple. Green and purple should go together. So that's two that I've shown. There were several different things.
2 bags?
That's 2 bags.
Okay, just double
like
check.
6 projects, but 2 bags.
Just checking.
So
Okay, well, and this one will come up with Angie too, but I'm gonna throw in the South Carolina
Oh yeah.
spool, and that's designed by Crafty Bluebonnet Designs. And I'm going to use a piece of, and I'll have to cut this down because it will not take this much. 28 count mushroom Ghana fabric, and that's made by Zwiegart. And then the colors I'm going to use are actually the only one that's called for is the 3790. But I'm using B5200, and then this blue color is 796. So, those are the three colors I'm going to use. And again, when it spins on the wheel, that's when I started. Since it's so small, I probably should put ornaments in after that. And then once I finish this one, then stick ornament in the spot and spin. I'll block out that one until I go through all the others.
This is actually a restart. I didn't know whether to put it in with the kit starts because it's a restart. I didn't get much of this done. It's Long Dog Samplers Fish and Chips. And I started doing it on Ocean Blue by Stitch Me. And it's gorgeous blue fabric. But I was doing it with black. And I wasn't in love with it. And it was making me, I just didn't want to stitch it. So I decided, well, maybe I need to either choose a different floss or a different fabric. So I know that I wanted to go a different way, and I wanted silver on blue. So I went and got a DMC that 02, which is supposed to be a new silver. I went and got that and looked at it on this. Then when we were in Malden at
Panda's Crossing,
she had this fabric, 14 count sapphire, 14 count. Well, hand dyed, it's still smaller, you know, really, honestly, but it's 14 count sapphire. I don't know who the dyer is.
looks like, oh no, she wrote that down
Yeah.
for you.
I don't know who the dyer
It
is.
says Sapphire. Fiber on a Whim, FOW.
Oh, fiber on a Whim. Okay, it's real soft, so I liked it. So I thought, well, what does that look like on it? I don't know. I really like this blue.
Because it's got
It's hard. This fabric is tougher on my skin. I have psoriasis, so I literally get paper cuts, but they're fabric cuts on my skin if it's rough. So I get the softest fabric as I can get. I love that ocean blue. It is gorgeous. But I'm thinking this looks more oceany, actually.
With the sapphire?
Yeah.
It's more blue.
With silver on it. I'm going to probably have to try both. Try it on both and see which I like. Because I do want to do fish and chips. I just not going to do it with black on that. So I got to figure something out because I really want to get it done. I started it as a sow with Laura Stitching by the Shore and Sally. And
in January.
Wait, yeah. And I
had planned to finish it in 6 months.
I'll tell you, I'm not starting it until 2025. It'll be one of my 25 and 25s, I hope.
Showing up.
I love this bag. I got this bag at the retreat. It's a patchwork bag. And it's got a beautiful macrame fob. And inside, I have I believe it's my New Start. No, it's not. It's my year project that I'm doing with Sally.
Oh,
the
to
temperature.
support me. Oh, it's the temperature
it's the
chart.
temperature chart. I don't know what we're calling it, but I will start it, you know, the first, whatever day we decide to ditch our paws, Thursday. Okay, Thursday.
That's what I'm calling. I'm calling it
because that's the
Temperature
only day I
Thursday.
don't have anything on, I think. I've labeled other days as something else for all the projects, but this is, I'm doing the dogs. She's doing the cats.
Yeah, mine's coming up next.
And this is one of the fabrics I need to pick up because I hate it on white. Dog park would not be white. It looks like a dog park to me where you take your dogs on a walk or whatever.
Yeah, that's what
And
that
I
looks
wanted a green grunge. Sally was going to try to dye it, but she's been so busy doing my fully finishes as well as other stuff. you know, she just hadn't had the time. And we were at Barefoot Needlearts when
They had the
Look
color.
at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Green with brown grunge on it. Just like a dog park. It is actually sea foam. And Barefoot is the one that dyed it. I love it. If I had money, I'd have bought more of it. But, you know, when it's $20-some a yard, or a fat quarter,
Yeah.
it's, anyway. And I wasn't sure I wanted to spend that kind of money on a temperature stitch. It's going to end up just being in probably a pillow and a design, or in pillow in the library stitch, whatever the word is.
I think I figured where your pink is.
But it shouldn't be pink. That's the thing.
That bone's pink.
$8.93 is supposed to be brown for the squirrel.
Oh.
The $8.39 was pink, and I have another. See,
Okay. I see.
those are the colors. We're doing the varied temperature chart because we don't do the hot, we don't do the cold.
No,
we certainly
that's
don't do
where
the
you
cold.
live.
And in the winter, it can get as low as in the 30s.
We've
We've been in the 20s. We've been down to 0.
We don't
but-
go below 0.
Right, and in the summer, that's when our temperatures soar. I mean, we go in the hundreds. We've reached 110. If you counted the heat index, I don't like the summers in South Carolina, but the other 3 months are definitely worth it. Summers, I stay in the air conditioning if I can, except when I walk in. Anyway, that's the temperature stitch. I'm doing the dogs. So Thursdays, remind me of that. Thursdays.
Yeah, there's the temperature Thursday is what I said.
That's
because
temperature Thursday.
the New Year starts on Wednesday,
Okay.
and then I figure on Thursday
Okay.
we can get going, and then every Thursday we'll just do a week's worth because it's not that much. Well, so Angie's doing the dog, and I'm doing the cats. And again, varied, and it's a little, the colors are a little bit different because they have different motifs on them. Like there's a calico cat, there's a cat tree, a fish bowl, a window with a bird, and one of those cat toy things. And then I'm gonna stitch mine on 18 count sand. It's just a beige, non-white, whatever you want to call it. So, yep. All right, what's next?
Oh, what is next?
You're
Trying to
you already
figure
did
out
the love
this
your
thing.
latte one.
I have 2 Hanukkah patterns left that I'm saving for next Christmas in July. That's what I started the Hanukkah ones this year. And they probably, if my sister doesn't like them or doesn't make a mention of them, then I will be doing these for the library Christmas exhibit. Because I think Hanukkah needs to be represented even if I'm not a Jew, or I'm not like my sister. I don't practice any of the rites or anything like that. The feasts and the festivals, I don't do any of that stuff.
Gotcha.
But I like to acknowledge other, you know, if I can find a Kwanzaa pattern, I'll do a Kwanzaa pattern. This came from the World of Cross Stitching magazine. Don't ask me what, we could never figure out what thing is. Got a picture of a teddy bear on the front. That's all I can tell you. This is one of them, this that I'll be doing. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's both of them.
Yeah, it's both of them.
Yeah, it's both of them I'll be doing.
So slide that over just
okay, you'll have to hold it
Yeah,
because
there
I
you
don't
go.
know. I've still got, you know, I kept the threads and everything. I've had the fabric cut forever. So Christmas in July, these are my 2 scheduled. I have very few scheduled, but this is 1 or 2 that are scheduled
For July.
for Christmas, for July, yeah. And I've got this in a bag that our chapter sold. It's a vinyl bag. I try to remember to keep the fabric in front. I like to keep the patterns if I could, but the paper sticks, so keep the
If it gets
fabric.
hot,
It's
yeah.
very pretty colors and everything. But anyway. This one I've already got the stitches, or the, what do you call it? The, everything set up. It's a Christmas one that I'll be starting probably December 1st. If not, I might start at Thanksgiving Day or the day after Thanksgiving since it's a Christmas one. And it might take me a while to stitch. this is a Buttons and Beads mill hill, and it's all the sayings of Christmas in their languages all around that design. Feliz Navidad, that kind of stuff. Don't ask me to pronounce all these.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I can. And Meli Kali Kamaka. If I sing it,
yeah,
I can do it, but otherwise, no. Anyway, it's got the wise men approaching Bethlehem, which I really love because, you know, Christmas is usually Santa Claus. I don't do Santa Claus. Now, this is how I do a mill hill. I cut a piece of cardstock and sort the threads in the order of how they are in a chart. And it's a disaster at the bottom, which is why...
Yeah, because they're long.
Right. Which is why I don't do too many mill hills. I can't figure out how to do it right. So maybe Sally can help me at some point. I have the Wonderland Ukraine magnetic holder for the piece of perforated paper. I don't use the magnetic holders for the small ones. I can just hold those in my hands and be fine. But this one is a little harder to stitch, like over in this corner. When I'm holding it at this corner, it can bend and fold. So I've got this ready to go. And inside this bag, other mill hill new starts I plan on doing, and they're kind of, I don't know about this one, the Sunday night, because it's a white church. I may give this to somebody because I don't do well with white on perforated paper.
Well, and that bird.
But I do like this.
Seagull.
Yeah, but seagull is a lot of gray in between the white. It's not big blocks of white by itself.
Oh, okay.
It's got a little seagull. I like ocean scenes. And then I also like farm scenes because I grew up on a farm. We didn't have a big red barn. We had a weathered barn. We didn't paint our barns like they do in the north. Well, in West Virginia, we didn't paint our barns with anything except weather protector. That's not, and it didn't change the color. It's just, you know, gray and brown boards. And we try to protect it with that stuff.
Like Thompson's water seal or something.
Yeah, it's some sort of seal, and you do it every year. We did paint the bottom parts white because there was something about that white paint that would annoy foxes and other animals that try to dig underneath. But we didn't paint them all fancy and stuff. They were working barns, not decorative. So that's my Mill Hill bag. That's all I got for Mill Hill. And I'm not allowing myself to buy any more Mill Hills
until you
I get some of these stitched.
Right, one more.
I said November, so I don't need to keep this out right now. Okay, ink circles. Not the typical ink circles. I won this from Laura, Stitching by the Shore. She gave me a $10 gift card for any ink circles pattern. And this is the one I chose, which is not what people typically choose for ink circles.
You're right.
But I'm an ex-librarian and English teacher. So when I saw Pray, Eat, Love, which is a pun on the book, I had to get it.
Eat, Pray, Love.
Also, because the colors. Look at those colors. Aren't they gorgeous? Tropical, bright colors. Love, love. And
amethyst and peridot.
I found the perfect green to put it on. I think so anyway. It's Enchanted Forest by Forbidden Fibers. I love it. So this one is going to be a small that's stitched pretty soon. Probably not until, you know, the new year, but it'll be pretty quickly because I've been dying to stitch it. Ooh. And it's still in a little baggie. And what do I do with those bags? I need to put it in a mesh bag.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you did.
I thought I'd put them all in.
There's one. Let's see.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. While she's fiddling with that.
I'm terrible. I am. I'm no Graceless. Might be the name of our thing, Graceless.
I don't know about that. Okay. All right. So last year, Frosted Pumpkin came out with well, it was a stitch along, but I didn't stitch with it, and it wasn't last year, it was the year before. but it's done on perforated paper, and it uses Cosmo, and it's snow globes. And I included the needle minder because it's a ugly sweater needle minder. But those are the Cosmo colors, and it's on perforated paper, and it's 4 snow globes. And I don't think I printed the cover pages for any of them. I downloaded the patterns.
What'd you say about Cosmo?
Cosmo thread. No, it's DMC.
I was gonna say that's DMC.
I got something that has Cosmo thread on it.
I was trying to see if they were different, but they all look like DMC.
No, those are DMCs. I have something else that's got Cosmo in it. Anyway, it's a Ginger Snap the Fox, Rudolph the Reindeer, Lumi the Penguin, and there's one more in there that got caught here. Garland the Bear. But I can't show them because I didn't print a color thing for it. I know I had something that's got Cosmo thread in it, but I don't. Oh, I know why.
Oh, it had Cosmo alternatives.
Yeah, I knew I'd seen Cosmo somewhere.
That's why I was looking at the threads because I was like, I've never seen Cosmo threads, so I was going, wait, I get to see one.
Nope, these are all DMCs.
This one is another one where they don't have a model to show cover picture. So all I've got is like the chart, and this is part of the chart. And you can tell this is West Virginia with the New River Gorge Brit, which is going across it. And I chose this fabric, which I call Fog. It was a unnamed Charles Craft material in Hobby Lobby.
Oh, okay.
It didn't have a name on it, but I thought it looked like foggy because in West Virginia, well, at least where I lived, wherever I've been in West Virginia, you go around the corner, there's a fog pocket. You go down, it's a fog pocket. You go up, there's a fog pocket. Lots of fog all over the place, especially if there's any water nearby, rivers, creeks, any body of water. But we have a lot of, I guess it's called radiation fog and valley fog. And usually I do a patriotic piece for my brother, but this one's going to be a piece of West Virginia for him. He moved back to West Virginia. Here's a West Virginia needle minder made by PnB Making Memories. And
who's the designer of that piece?
Oh, you know what? Does it say?
I have no idea. It was on Etsy.
It was on Etsy. They had several states like this. They had a couple of different choices for West Virginia, but I chose the New River Gorge Bridge because I think he would appreciate that the most. I don't see any name anywhere.
I'll have to look it up later.
But it didn't have, like I said, it didn't have a model picture, you know.
No,
it was just a couple of bucks, you know, the pattern.
It was cheap.
And, you know, some DMC and some Hobby Lobby fabric, and voila, about $15 for a project, you know, it's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, one of the reasonable ones.
And it'll be a gift, yay. But it'll be started in 2025.
2025.
Another one that I don't have in the bag, so it's a good thing I have one more bag left.
Who's that from?
This is Annabella's. Annabella, the names of them, actually, her name isn't Annabella.
No,
her name is
she designs under Annabella.
Elaine. Her name is Elaine Forgy, and Charlene Morris, her daughter, I believe,
okay,
created this little light of mine. That's one of my favorite Bible school songs. And I love the colors of the houses and stuff. I might change the middle color, the church, because look at that white.
Make it a beige.
It's actually not white. It's
a non-white.
It's ecru. It's ecru. But I got a white because there's no way I'm going that color of sheep. I'm going to make them bright white. So I got a 3865 to make that bright white.
That's not bright white.
3865.
It
will be on this fabric.
B5200 is bright white. 3865 is kind of a...
Against that green, they'll be...
Oh, yeah, it will. It'll show up
really
fine.
Show up. And the needle minder says, "There is sunshine in my soul today." Another one of my favorite hymns. And that's by PnB Making Memories. So that's 2.
Oh, that has 2 already?
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't have multiple ones in that, so it was pretty quick.
Okay. So,
Oh, I did forget to say, I'm doing a light blue Hobby Lobby Charles Craft fabric. Instead of white. So the ecru will really pop, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right.
In my mind.
You know, we talked about, what did we talk about? We talked about Tiny Modernist. So this summer she came out with Sweet Summer. It was a 3-part mystery. And so whoops, here are the colors. They're a little boring for Angie because they're a little pastel-y.
I probably would change that.
See, I go with the designer because I'm not a great colorist. And I'm going to stitch it on a piece of Beach Walk. It's a Joblin. It's a 32 count Joblin. We had a, last spring, not this past spring a year ago, we had an EGA seminar up in North Carolina, and one of the chapters was selling, and I think I paid $5 for this piece of fabric, and it's an 18 by 26. It's a hand dyed. It's called Beach Walk. So that's what I'm gonna stitch on that. And yeah, I know it's in my Sock Monkey bag, but I'm not one of these that says, oh, the project has to be in with the bag. I made the bag. I like it. So there's that. And we've already, I mentioned Tiny Modernist. I'm making up our list as we go along, so I don't have to go back and watch it.
I want to have it put out too, so I know for sure.
Okay, good.
Okay, so Christmas Bird Trio by Misty Purcell. I decided I'm not quite finished with that blue jay. I'm going to do a little bit of that laurel underneath the bird, just a rounded bit, not the whole circle of it, just enough. And then I've got the 2 other birds to do. This is what I've got done on the blue jay. Yeah. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've just did a little green under the feet because the feet look funny just
he's floating
on nothing. And I'm going to continue using the same, unfortunately, 18 count.
Oh, is it 18? I guess it
You sure
is.
it's not?
I don't know.
What do I have in the back
I'd have to
of it?
measure.
I didn't
You
write
don't
it
have
down.
anything in the back. Nope.
Whoops, I didn't write down what it
Well,
is.
were you
Boy,
planning-
it sure looks small to me.
Were you planning on having the
Oh, wait a minute. There's something on it. It's from 1, 2, 3 Stitch. Hold on.
finisher use your... Oh, there it is.
16 count, but I don't believe it. And it's Sea Spray 16 count. It looks small to me.
She did it
though.
on 32 count.
And it's so rough.
6 spray.
Feel that.
Well, that's because it's 8
It's hard to do.
6 count with 32 counts what it called for, so you did on 16 count so that the pattern would work.
Right, that's why I did that.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think it's smaller than 16.
Yeah, but if it's a if it's a Zwiegart fabric, that doesn't.
I don't know.
Shrink.
Not very pleased with that. But I will finish those and then I will be done with it. Trying not to do any more. I'm going to look real close at fabric and make sure I'm not doing any small stuff because my eyes. I should say my eye. Okay, so I bought this, not this past needlework marketplace, but one before that when I bought Let's Party in 1776. Yeah. So this is called Proud to be American. And I plan on doing most of these. And they all use the same floss. So that makes it easy. I mean, that's the floss list for all of them. And I probably won't do this eagle because it looks doofless. But
criticizing someone else's design. Not a good thing.
I'm not criticizing the design.
Doofless.
But doesn't he look kind of more like a seagull to me than an eagle? But whatever, I won't be doing him. But I like this fireworks one. I've not done fireworks for my brother yet. I like to do patriotic things for him, and it looks like it'd be simple to do compared to the other stuff.
Sorry, Jack.
And this quilt, I've seen lots of people doing this quilt right here. That's about the only thing I've seen them do from, well, I can't, am I getting there? I can't tell.
I will assist.
That quilt in the corner up there under American. I've seen a lot of people doing that quilt. So.
Oh, because it's a flag.
And I bought from Barefoot a big old whack of this Seraphim Old Stationery.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a half yard of it because I don't like a lot of browns. And when I do like a brown, I get it. And I actually had the money at the time, so my sister had given me a nice little check. So I got this whole yard, half yard of Seraphim Old Stationery. Because there's a lot of projects in here. And there's one other project in here that somebody gave me and said, oh, do this for Brian. Or send this to Brian. It was a kit at, I guess, Hobby Lobby.
I think it's just the chart, though.
Yeah, it's a chart. Sorry. It's a chart. And I thought, well, maybe it could be done on old stationery.
Yeah, it could.
Maybe. I'd have to look at it. But I love this saying. It says, those of us who've never gone don't always understand the sacrifices that you made protecting hearth and land. We take for granted our freedom and forget to count the cost to those who protect that freedom from war and Holocaust. So this simple poem is a thank you to tell you someone cares and that you are remembered in our hearts and in our prayers. Might be something I could do for Veterans Day or Memorial Day. So it's mainly the words, honestly. So I stuck that in to see if it would work on that brown. Okay, that was two.
Okay.
Oh, I love this one. I can't wait for you to start this one.
This one is by Kitty and me, and it's the colorful cats, and it's Vivaldi. And when I was in college, I don't understand why I had to take a music appreciation to have a major in secondary education with biology, chemistry, physics. But I had to have music appreciation, and Vivaldi has that piece called "Those Seasons," and that's what this one is, and it's just really pretty. And so I have a piece of, and I haven't cut it down yet, but I have 28 count white Lugata because of all the colors, which I have not put on floss drops yet, but there they are. So pretty. And of course, if you notice, my pieces are not small pieces.
Okay. This bag is the month-to-month barn pieces from Stitching with the Housewives.
Yeah, I've got them on there.
And I've finished 5 of the months. I've got 2 almost finished. January and July are almost finished. But I have left October. And I'm not doing that for the pumpkin birthday sale. I gotta finish January and July before I start any more of these. November, and they have little button things, but I don't get those. I don't do those.
The little round one at the top.
Yeah, I've got a member who likes these, so I pass them on to her. I think she's doing these little button things. These little round D.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she likes the little small rounds.
So, I have December to go. That's the one I keep forgetting to take out from behind the threads. These bags are hard to open.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, February. And I'm just gonna, thank you.
March you didn't do behind
March has to be fixed too.
Yes.
Okay, and
last but not least.
like I said, I'm not gonna be working on any of these till I finish January and July. July is really close. January is probably 50%. I got the barn.
Yeah, and you got
all those family of snowmen things that thank you, Lee, helped with. So I've got all the fabric. Like I said, I've got all the threads. The only classic Colorworks I use on this is on the barn. Everything else is DMC. Because I don't like classic Colorworks. Because I don't see that it variegates enough to be the cost.
So we go good.
I'm allowed to state my opinion. I'm not saying don't buy classic Colorworks. I'm saying I don't like it because if I'm going to invest in hand-dyed threads, I want a variegation. And then I don't see any of that stuff. Okay, and the other one I have to show before Sally shows another one is Polar Bear Plunge. Or Polar Bear. the polar plunge. Polar plunge.
Polar plunge.
And you want to grab one of those wood things out for the bear?
Sure.
Okay, so I have, like I said, 5 left. One had to be printed from a PDF because it was the one for Special Olympics, for their son Special Olympics group thing. And they're the narwhals. And
oh, sorry.
it was kind of heavy.
I
I just wasn't ready for that to go down
sorry.
there.
Here, we'll put it right there.
Okay. Then there's the puffins. I kind of like the puffins. For myself, I like the puffins. I always pick things upside down. I don't know. Penguins. That's for my friend who loves penguins. I'll do that one. And the walrus. He's cute. Buck teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe I didn't do the whale first?
I'm surprised.
So, I have all the polar plunge fabric, and I've got the threads and all that stuff for them all.
That makes sense.
So everything's ready to go for when I start the next one. But I think it's going to be 2025 for a planned start.
Okay.
That I do more of these because I got other things that you can see that I'm working on. Okay, that's my 2 there.
Oh, well.
I just pulled them 2 at a time.
I've had this piece for a while. One year, Stephanie Webb from Lindy Stitches had a photo contest and said, send in your photos. And so she picked one, and then she put a name on it. So she called this one Edna Goes to Brunch. And I bought the fabric to go with it, to put it on 32 count mint splash Lugana. Yes. And then you could order the bag and the pattern, and it came with the specialty threads, and then I just had to kit up the DMC. So she sent in the specialty threads, and then I added the DMC. And she included some some stickers to put on the back once you finish it. I just thought it was a cute pattern. I mean, it's just kind of, it's quirky. It's typical Stephanie Webb.
Okay, in that needle work marketplace, whatever it's called.
Needlework Marketplace. Right.
Last year, I also bought another patriotic pattern called Stand Firm. It's the Abraham Lincoln piece by Sweet Wing Studio. And I love this pattern, but I can't do that white on that light colored fabric. So I pulled out my cappuccino that I had the bolt of, and I'm going to do it on cappuccino. And where's my threads? My threads are somewhere. I bought the threads.
They're not in the bag?
Oh, they're right there. Looky. There they are. I got suckered into buying the hand-dyed fabrics, which I will never do again.
Suckered into.
I'm a DMC lover, or an Egyptian cotton alternative.
Who suckered you into buying the hand dyes? You just
Needlework Marketplace had a kit.
You just did the kit.
Just the fabric and thread, or not the fabric, the threads and the pattern.
Okay.
And so I bought that. And so I decided there's so much white in this, and I don't think it stands out enough, so I thought I'd put it on cappuccino.
Oh yeah, it should show up
and
really
if
pretty.
if the cappuccino doesn't work, then maybe the Seraphim Old Stationery that I have, that's a big piece of, might work. So that's that one. And that one looks like a quick stitch, but you never know because sometimes I get fooled. Then the other patriotic piece I have in my Play Patriotic Puppies from Barefoot Needlearts bag is, I got the fabric in the way. This was not from Needlework Marketplace though. This came out separately. I think I went on the website of this person because I love the
Quarter Shop.
Was it that quarter shop I got it from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or you might have bought it at Joann's.
I love these typeface patterns. Now, some people are finishing the whole face, which they say you can do. You leave off one row of, and then do the opposite of whatever that is. Okay, I like the typeface, but I'm going to change some of the words because there are some words that, you know, I'm not a big fan of, like I don't know. It just depends on my mood. But anyway, I love them all, and these are the threads that I just have on a key ring in the back. I've got, let's see, Lady Liberty is going to go on pink.
I think that blue against that pink will be pretty.
And
black thread for
I think that'll be gorgeous. And I'm changing all the white font to black because I'm not using black. So I'm going to do black words instead of white. And Uncle Sam is going on this light blue. It's real soft, so I think it's Cosmo. I think I got that from Cat Quarter Shop. And then this is, I think it's Oxygen again. I use Oxygen a lot. If I go to Barefoot Needlearts and they have a fat quarter, and I'm not getting a bunch of other stuff, I like to get Oxygen, but it's close to it, and I'm going to use that for the eagle. So I've got the fabric cut for all 3 pieces. I plan to do all 3 pieces, but I think they're going to take me longer. And I'm not going to do all 3 at once, so I'm going to start with Lady Liberty, and then I'll replace as I go, and I'll be very happy to get at least one of them done next year. And that's one of my envelopes. The other envelope has what's going to go in the whale bag. I'm so excited.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like, what?
I think it's going to go. I think this is the one that goes in the whale bag.
We'll find out in a minute.
It's been waiting. Whatever day I get the whale bag back, I'm starting this one or the next day, depending on how late it is. Oh, this is not what's going in the whale bag.
Uh-oh, what is that?
I'm doing a peacock by Yasmin Made with Love.
Oh, that's right.
And I have a bigger peacock that's full coverage. Biggest piece I will ever have done in my life. And I won't let myself start this peacock until I finish the other one. When I bought this, I had no idea how big this thing was. None. Because it didn't tell you on the website. It's from Laser Arts Design. Now I know to stay away from that because every piece is that big. It is 180 by 270 stitches. And I'm doing it.
You're cutting out, though, a lot of it.
Yeah. I cut out the white.
Right.
Okay. These are the colors. Gorgeous colors. And instead of stitching all that white, which takes 27 skeins, I cut out the background. And I'm doing it on gold. These are the colors right here. And this is the fabric. That could be pretty. Now, I have another lovely friend who likes to grid with Sulky. She likes to grid other people's projects with Sulky. So, of course, I asked because this piece is humongous. And I'm not going to be able to keep my space. This fabric, by the way, I got from 123 Stitch. And it is Moon Glow. Just Moon Glow. And I don't know if you can look how big that is. That's the biggest piece I've ever done. And did I say how big is this? This is Moon Glow 16 count. And look how big that is. Holy cow.
Just imagine if you did the background.
Yeah, 27 skeins of white, not happening. First of all, I don't like stitching white.
Well, you could have done it on white.
I don't like white as a background. I could have done it on white, but I think it's going to look very good on this gold. Yeah, well. I'm looking forward to it. But I had to, it tells you how many skeins of each color to buy. And one of the blues is 2 skeins, 1.7, so you have to buy 2 skeins. The rest of them, I just had to buy 1 skein. But It tells you how many stitches. It's 31. No, wait a minute. The white stitches would have been 31,606 stitches.
But
so
you cut that out. So
I cut that out. It doesn't tell me the total stitches. It just tells me how many.
You would add all those
yeah.
up, except for the white.
It's going to be thousands.
Well, yeah, it's a full coverage.
Anyway, I didn't know. I bought this to start for my birthday, and then I saw how big it was. But I decided I'm going to stitch it, but not until I finish the peacock I've got going. And that's hard enough, because it's got a lot of ninja stitches. I don't know what this is going to do to me, but I'll work on it. This may be one of those I'll never finish before I die.
Don't say that.
I went ahead and... Oh, what am I doing?
You kidded it up.
Don't want to put it inside that. Okay. And so that's 2.
Okay. So my next one. It's called Starbarks by Plum Street Samplers. And it's got little Dotsons. And they're adorable. And it's got coffee. And so I'm going to stitch it. Oops. I'm going to stitch it on this piece of 18 count Rustico Ada from Hobby Lobby. And then for some reason, I got a color it's not on. And, you know, here are the colors. Oh, I know why. It's broken and they fix it. So there we go. So that's Starbarks.
I only have 2 left. How are you doing?
Oh my gosh. Well, see, because you
must
said
have,
you had 25.
you must have more.
I have 3. I have 2 starts and then the big birthday one.
Okay, so you can do another one.
Oh, okay. All right. Give me a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Let me trade out. Oh. Put that one back there. Okay. What do I have in here? I've got a new name. This is my first bag I bought from Barefoot. Oh. Resting beach face. Not, you know. And then I'm thinking, this is a piece of 20 count Ada. It was a Oodles of Ornament set when I did the club. And I'm going to put it on that.
Mm-hmm.
So 20 count.
That'll work.
Yeah, and then of course I've already got the
20
threads.
count 1 over 1?
Yeah, 20 count. It's 20 count Ada, so I'm just gonna do 1 over 1. So it's a little bit smaller than 18 count.
Okay.
I like 20 count because I did that on my big toe. I did my big toe piece. The that lamp is on 20 count.
You can see though you did 40 count before, so
yeah, but I can see 20 count a whole lot better than I can see 40 count. 40 count, the holes are too squishy together, even with major magnification and major stretching.
I saved my last 2 pieces that are going to be my favorite starts. And I don't know, people are talking about doing a New Year's Eve start and a New Year's new start.
And a New Year's Day start?
I know for sure what my New Year's Day, well, whatever. If I only do 1, I know for sure it'll be the next one I'm going to show you. But this, if I do 2, this will be one of them. I had to wait for this counting petals.
Okay.
This pattern, it's called Watermelon Crawl. And I'm going to be doing it on 14 count Rogue called Light Euphoria. And this piece needs to be cut because I'm pretty sure this
it's too big.
Way bigger than what it's going to be. Because I've got a huge piece. I don't think it's going to be that big.
No, I don't think so.
But
I'll use my calculator.
It does have some St. George's cross pieces at the end that you have to do, or that you can do. And they're very easy. They're just cross stitches, but instead of them being an X, they're a T.
Yeah, they're vertical instead.
So you have to have a sharp needle on Ada, like this. So I'll change to like a beading needle or something, I don't know, to do those so that they pierce the fabric better. But look at these colors. Oh my goodness. There's that lime green I might use.
Yeah,
what is
like
that color? That is 16.
Oh.
I think that's what I'm going to do that popsicle with.
I think that'd be pretty.
So I have to remember 16. Got to get another thing of 16. Anyway, Watermelon Crawl, Counting Petals. Can't wait. That if I'm doing 2, I don't know what we're doing. Are we doing New Year's Eve and New Year's New Start?
I don't
What
know.
are we doing? Well, if we do 2, this is going to be the other one. If we do 1, it's definitely going to be the, well, you know what?
What?
Might be this one because I may start this next one. I don't think I'll be able to wait till New Year. But
Probably won't. Okay, I'm gonna have to flash this one from a distance too. Back many years ago, like, well, for my brother it was 3 cars ago because we drove his car. My father said, Clemson has an open date on this weekend and I'm going to Williamsburg. He said, I'm going to Williamsburg and if anybody wants to go with me, that's fine. Well, coming back, we went over to Carter's Grove. So I'm finally getting around to stitching it, and I'm just going to stitch it on a piece of white. I got some 16 count white Ada, and here are the colors. And it's Carter's Grove. It was a plantation that we went to. I actually saw an actual bluebird, not a blue jay, but a bluebird on one of the fence posts. What are you looking for?
This isn't the one that I was thinking of. I don't even have it up here.
Well, what's that one?
Unfortunately, it's a restart.
Well, nothing wrong with that. Fishes should be a restart.
Yeah, but this one's a restart that I'm not. I won this pattern from Stitch by
Oh, it's that
Tatiana.
one.
And it's a Christmas ball. A Ukrainian. We don't even know how to say the name of the person because
I had to use Google Translate.
Look at that. You read that. I can't read that. And I started on Hobby Lobby. Fabric that Sally dyed yellow for me.
Oh, I was going to say it was yellow, wasn't it?
And I really wasn't liking it, the colors on the yellow. But mainly I didn't like what I was doing with the pattern because I was messing up. I couldn't do it right. So anyway, I'm restarting it. And I'm going to restart it on, I pulled out, there it is. This. It was a Hobby Lobby, one of those rolls, you know, that's unnamed, and it was dyed all kinds of strange colors.
Hobby Lobby carried those.
And well, I got a whole bunch of them when they had them because I went down the aisle and they were like $7.99 for those long rolls that are wrapped in the plastic rectangles and stuff. And they had the fog one, and they had this one. They had purple circles. They had all kinds of stuff. No,
I don't remember that one.
I went down and got them all for $7.99 a roll. The ones I ordered from Fat Quarter Shop were all Cosmo.
Oh.
These, unfortunately, are very stiff.
Well, yeah, that.
So, but I thought this would work better for the purple ball. And, of course, I have my Bible verse on there because it's what did I show it? The Wise Men.
Yeah, you showed it.
I love the threads. You know, the pattern and everything, but I was messing it up left and right. And I was not happy. I'm not happy, and I can't stitch it because I'm not happy. Something's got to be done. So I'm restarting it. And so it's ready for that. It probably started again somewhere in December, you know, as a Christmas start.
Because these are the colors.
Yeah. And don't you think they look good with...
They'll be fine with that.
With this.
Yeah, they should pop on that nicely.
So I'm going to start top to bottom now. I'm not going to go around the rings and stuff like that. I'm going to just stitch top to bottom. Because the rings were confusing me. With all those blends and stuff. I'm just going to, even if I have to thread from left to right to get where I need to be, I am not. I don't know. Anyway, I had 2 others, Sally. I forgot the small ones down there. I didn't have a bag.
This was my big, my big birthday.
So I have 2.
Because I got a big birthday this year.
During 60. Yeah. Okay. Tiny Modernists. Both of these are Tiny Modernists. You want to be the last one, or you just want me to do one?
No, do both of them.
Okay. This is the crab. I guess is that what? Crab dance. Crab dance. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but it took me forever to find it. I didn't want to order it, and I just wanted to shop for it, you know, find it at a store. So I found it, Then I had to look for the fabric, and this is what I came up with. It's a little brown, again, brown.
Brown. You don't like brown?
Not a big fan of the brown, but
the patterns
did
on
I write
brown.
down anything? Of course not. That would be intelligent. But look at that. Oh, it was one of those ornament thingies, one of those ornament packages or whatever
from,
that they had, and it, I'm not sure it had a name on it. I don't know.
Probably doesn't.
But I bought it. It was one of those
ornament cuts.
Ornament cuts. It was a bigger one because it was Ada.
Yeah.
You know. But that one I thought should be on the sandy color, even though I don't like brown. I just felt that wouldn't look good on anything else. So, but that one won't be started till like next summer or something. That, to me, that's a summer one.
Oh, see, I don't.
This
I don't
one
seasonally.
is going to be started soon. See, now I'm finishing the pumpkin or the Indian, and then I'm going to do the turkey. But when I have a second finish of the small, this is what I'm doing. Before 2025, because I can't wait. Besides, it takes me a long time to stitch these biscorn U's.
Well, and that one's got a lot of stitches in it.
Yeah. This is the Donkey Biscorn U by Tiny Modernist. Now, she has a whole bunch of animal biscorn U's, just about every animal you can think of, and they're all so cute. But this donkey one is the one that spoke to me the most. We had 2 mules on our farm, and I always wanted us to get a donkey, but we never did. We should have had a donkey because we had to fight off the foxes and coyotes.
Donkeys take care of that.
Donkeys usually help with that, but I don't think we knew that stuff back then. I think that's like more current information. I have this on a green.
Pretty.
I think it's the honeydew spritz.
Looks like it is, because that other piece was a strip.
The person who was helping me cut is not Flosstube.
No, but see, that's serged all the way around.
Yeah.
So that looks like honey. Yeah,
I think it's honeydew spritz because I'm pretty sure. Yes, because when you go to Stitchin Kitten, if you buy in a pattern and you buy the fabric to go with it, she will cut the fabric to whatever size you want and serge it for you. And so I got the top and the bottom cut for that. So that's what that is. And you know what? That's what the crab is.
The crab was a cut off?
Crab was a cut that she did. That's what it was. Because it surged all the way around. And
yeah, it
was bigger than ornament cut was. So
you're right.
That's what that was. So look, I need 2 more project bags.
Yes, you do.
I didn't see these down in the bottom of the bin.
Forgot.
No, I gotta order 2 more mesh bags.
You know, I got 2 at the house.
So this one's gonna be started
soon.
Pretty soon. Turkey will be the next start, and then this will be the. And so if it's not 2025, too bad. So sad. I will be starting it. So I think it's 20. I had 21 whips, and I got those 2 finishes. So I should be down to 19. So I needed 6 new starts to have 25. And then I just want to keep it on 25 until I get closer to the end of the year. And then we'll bring it down, whip it down, as they say.
Yeah, well, I have more than 13 whips, but I just decided to do 13 whips and 12 new starts.
Okay.
All right, so next year, I will be turning 60, the big 60. And so I am going to do his eyes on the sparrow for that. And she calls for a 28 count doubloon. I got 28 count mushroom Lugana, and it is a full yard. She also says to stitch 1 thread over 2. I will be stitching 2 threads over 2.
Is that 28 count?
That's 28 count.
Because that's like 14.
I know.
You definitely need coverage.
Yeah, but she wants the, she
wants a prim look.
Likes, yeah. And so they're the threads. Some of them are still bobbinated from when I used to bobbinate, and others are full skeins.
Who is this?
Heartstring Samplery.
Yeah, Heartstring.
All right, and that's it.
So when are you starting that one?
I might do this one on New Year's Eve.
Oh, because you talked about starting it even earlier than that. So.
Well, it depends on, I got a stack of other stuff I need to do too, so. But I got the big book. Some people have that little small leaflet, but I actually ordered this from her, and it came across the U.S. I'll need to make some working copies, though.
Yeah, I would.
Definitely.
That book will fall apart
Oh,
as much
yeah.
as you have to use it.
Yeah, I don't like to use,
So,
I like to use working copy and highlight.
one thing, we got to do plans next.
Well, my plans are, I didn't really write down a bunch of plans. I mean, I'm just going to continue stitching what I'm working on. I want to finish up
I
those
had
2
one new
crochet
one to share
projects.
for plans.
All right, go ahead.
Well, not new, but one that I haven't shown, and
ahead.
especially since I found the colors I wanted.
Mhm.
When I went to Barefoot Needlearts, Memory helped me pick out colors for flea market flowers because I was not happy with the red and pink. I immediately took that out when I tried to stitch that big flower. I stitched the grid first for this. And this is on Barefoot Needleart. I got, from Rogue, Morning Mint. But it's, I got it from Barefoot Needlearts. It's where I get most of my Rogue from. And I went ahead and stitched this flower. But it's 14 count, and I wasn't real happy with the coverage. It could be better. And so I got these Egyptian threads from Temu, and they're DMC alternatives, and instead of 8 meters, you get 10 meters with each color, and they're fuzzier, so they feel 14 count
Fluffier,
better.
Yeah.
So I went and bought all the DMC to see if I liked the colors, and then I pulled the Egyptian embroidery that matched it, the Egyptian cotton that matched it. So these are the colors that I ended up getting. Did I put this on? Yeah, I didn't put it on right. I kept the greens and the yellow and the orange. Everything else changed, and the teals. But the reds, there were 5 reds and pinks. The reds, I got purples instead. And the brown, the browns that are part of the flower, the part of the petal of the flower, I changed to these blues, $9.95 and $9.96. And the browns that go inside the sunflower, they were 7 and 8. I think 8 was what I used for the grid, and that was fine. Maybe it was 7, but I didn't like it for the sunflower when I tried to stitch inside the flower. So I got 9.38 and 4.33 to stitch for the inside of the sunflower, and now I'm happy with these colors. These are more my colors. We tried reds. We tried every shade of red you could find, but we couldn't find 5 reds that I like. First of all, I don't like pinky colors, especially light pinks. I can do fuchsia pink, really neon pink, but I just didn't like it. And the reds I wasn't happy with. They were too mauve or too burgundy, or, I wanted geranium red, like the red geraniums that hang in, I couldn't find anything that was really like that color. But I was happy with the purples and the blues and changing these browns. Memory, she worked for me, I don't know how long, 20, 30 minutes, choosing these colors until I was happy. I'll tell you, the service at Barefoot Needlearts, so good. I feel like I almost walked in and Amy was saying, Memory, because she helps me change my colors a lot. She keeps me straight, because sometimes I can go a little crazy. So I'll be using Egyptian cotton. It was 447 skeins for like $24.
It's not bad.
You can't beat that. It's on Temu. And I've got this in a project bag done by Tiger Lily.
Project Keeper.
And Project Keeper. That's right, Project Keeper. Sally gave this to me for my birthday. And there's only one suggestion I would make. And that's putting a loop, like right up here, so your key ring can fit through it and hold your threads, right there, instead of having to go in here to get them. I got another thing somewhere where there's a loop up there to hold my key ring. I really like that a lot. So I love this thing now, man. And because this had flowers all over it, of course I had to put flea market flowers in it. Actually, I'm like Sally, it doesn't really matter, but I like to make my connections. So that's in my plans to start the orange and yellow flower because it's pumpkin birthday Sal time. Laura, gotcha, girl. I'm going along with your Sal like crazy. Now, what I wanted to say about other plans is that Velpool that I'm working on, Autumn.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best tool. Oh my goodness. Sally, let me know about these because you have to, the other highlighters, you had to put the piece down, try to unscrew the cap, take the cap off, and I'm a weakling anyway, so it's, you know, it's a major feat. And this one, I just have to pick up the thing, click, and go. Mm-hmm. And I have to remember to click it again. That's the thing. But I use this, thank God for this, because it's made me move a lot faster on my autumn Velpool.
Good job.
So, and it also helped me with Summer Quaker.
Oh, have you worked on Summer Quaker?
Not this time, but when I did the last time, I did work on it, which was like August or something for my birthday.
So yeah, I've been doing Summer Quaker.
When I did that, using this marker helped a lot too, because that's kind of a hard pattern to count with and stuff.
It is.
So, anyway, those are my plans. We have almost 2 hours.
Well,
but
if you wrap it up, we can get in under 2 hours.
Now you know. I just want to say my plan starting at Saturday is watch the Dodgers hopefully win the World Series.
The Yankees, because I like your pinstripes.
No.
I like your pinstripes.
Freddie Freeman, got to go with the Dodgers. I'm proud of them for winning National League pennant again. I hope they win the World Series again. I especially love them to win it for Max. He really wants his dad to win the World Series and see him do it.
Of course, yes.
So, I wish Doreen from Privies and Prim good luck with what's going on in her life. That neighbor crashing the car into her living room wall. She didn't need that after Helene and all the other stuff she's been going through. Since the retreat, she had COVID and she's been going through stuff. Helene hit and she had to deal with that mostly because her mom had issues. She had to take care of her mom for a while. So, you know, here she is trying to get that cabin of hers ready. And now a car's crashed through the wall.
Just means she's packing up earlier than she expected.
Poor thing. That's all I gotta say. My thoughts and prayers are with you. So good luck in your endeavors as you get into your tiny cabin. I'm looking forward to seeing you do that. And that's all I have to say.
That's it. All right.
Well, that's it. That's all we have, folks. So that's all, folk.
Bye.